1, you're like a hurricane. 2, we're in the middle of the storm. And 3, was this song the eye of the storm, in between the storms? Or were we singing through the storm? What you gonna do when I check for you? What you gonna do now? No! Check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Are you ready? 'Cause here he is, gonna rock you like a hurricane. That's right, Daltenious is back with another track, and this time, it's Hurricane. So, without further ado, let's head to the storm and get to the lab. Time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. We are over here on BandLab. We've got Daltenious, as seen once on the show previously, 180,000 followers. Dad gummit. Following 105 people. I recently released a track with Daltenious and Glass Garden called Under the Gun. Make sure you check that one out as well. But that's not what we're here for. Because right now, or rather recently, Daltenious released a track called Hurricane right here. So make sure you jump over to @Daltenious at a Motorhead City, USA. Hurricane had a lot of fun on this one. Not my usual style. So it may not be your cup of coffee. Hope you enjoy, though. BandLab pop artist, Smooth. Daltenious, fire. Singer. Produced by KFM. Nice. Let's give it a listen. Loving the rain in the background. A couple of artists do this. I know that Ryan Tedder records random ambient noise for his tracks, so something to keep in mind for your next song. Really cool background sense. Where are my lyrics, Daltenious? Listen to that overdrive or that big crusher, whatever we're doing to our vocals on there, that filter is really good. Ooh, we bring it into a clear vocal, into the chorus. Nice dynamic transition, sir. Nice chorus. Lots more lyrics in the verses. A good dynamic shift between the verse and the chorus. Nice little reprieve here. Really verbed out whoa in the background. So good. Wow. You tear me down, you drown me out with your pouring rain. I'm whipped around and clouded out as the sirens scream. and then the rain to wind us out. It kind of bookends on both sides to let us know, 1, you're like a hurricane. 2, we're in the middle of the storm. And 3, was this song the eye of the storm in between the storms? Or were we singing through the storm? Really great questions, really great track. Hurricane by Daltenious. Let's just move right into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is the way that we use the vocal to dynamically shift from the verse into the chorus. And yeah, today's going to be vocal heavy. Daltenious is a vocalist, or at least his voice is a noteworthy feature of his. And what we do in this track specifically is something I don't hear often on BandLab tracks. So let's take a listen to verse 1 here. Take a listen to how we have a filter on the vocal. Started off calm. With maybe a little bit of bit crush or overdrive, something that is saturating or distorting the vocal. If it were me, I'd just use CLA effects and I could do both those things in the same plugin. But this is what's happening here. And notice as we listen how it goes from the filtered vocal into the very clear, I see it clearly. You are a storm. You're a hurricane. One more time. Filtered vocal. Less filtered. Full vocal. So great. The fact that we go from this filtered, ambient, driven, saturated vocal into this crispy, clear chorus vocal really gives us some dynamic transition and a way to stay in tune with the track. It gives our ears a reason to tune back in. So it not only functions as a transition, but it functions as a brand new element because, we haven't actually heard Daltenious sing a clear vocal yet. It's all been kind of lathered in this particular FX. So really cool transition, not one we see often. Snaps for you, sir. Now, the second thing I love is still vocal related. We don't talk about this much either. I got close to it when we started listening to a few more hip hop beats and we got different rap cadences within those beats. Check this out. When you listen to this verse, you'll hear Daltenious use a cadence that is more storytelling. There are more words. It's kind of poetic. And he is really trying to convey something using words, which is great. So let's listen. The water was rushing in your winds, they approached, and I know da 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 da. So it's just every syllable is part of a word, and every word is part of a sentence, and every sentence is part of a thought. And what we do here is we are giving a lot of exposition into the song, but we're also creating a rhythm and we're creating a mindset for our listener. So our verse is very lyrically dense, which is good. It's fine. It's great. But watch how we offset that. Something that makes the chorus a little bit more special when it finally comes around. We have a lyrically dense verse, but then when we come to the chorus, you're going to notice that all of that density kind of shifts. And instead of the lyrical density, we have these longer drawn out notes followed by these little ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. But it all comes back to these hurricane. I'm not Daltenious. Ready? Let's listen. Nice and drawn out. Really drawn out. So we go from these lyrically dense verses into these sweeping and soaring choruses, which is a very different feel, gives our brain something to do, lets our ears know, whoa, this is cool and this is different. tunes us back into the track. I mean, the advantages to this are tenfold, and Daltenious does an excellent job of keeping the listener engaged, not only by starting with the filtered vox and moving into the clean vox, but going from a lyrically dense verse into a sweeping, soaring verse. I could mention a lot about our brief reprieve here and how that gives us just a little bit of, okay, we're back. But these are the two things I love about this track, and it's been a while since I've really focused in on vocals, so I'm going to do it. Again, the first thing I love, filtered vox to the clear vox. Really great dynamic transition, but also a really great way to keep us engaged. A second thing that I love, also a great thing that keeps us engaged. Lyrically dense verses followed by sweeping, not so dense choruses that are very repeatable. A lot of times those verses don't follow the same kind of repeatable rhythm. And then we get into this chorus, which we want to be memorable, so it becomes less dense, much more memorable. Da 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 da, right? It all comes back to the da da da, and that is good, and it represents something different, and that's what we need, that's what we want, that's what I love. So those are the two things I love about that track. Make sure, if you haven't already, looks like it was recently published today, go listen to Hurricane by Daltenious over on BandLab. Make sure you give them a follow while you're over there, if you haven't already, if you're not one of the 180,000 people that have already. Make sure you also take a listen to Under the Gun. We pitched that to Daltenious. His voice is on that. It is a really cool song. If you enjoy Daltenious' voice, which I do, and so do a lot of you. So check that out as well. And you know what? While you're over on BandLab, you should follow DJTatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, happy Monday. Thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up with me for another excellent BandLab track. Enjoy the rest of your coffee, and we will see you tomorrow.